What if I told you there are people out there who are quietly using the knowledge of their ancestors to alter reality to their advantage? Ordinary people like you, like me, who don't make magazine covers or showcase themselves on social media, but who have found a way to attract luck, to connect so deeply with the universe that miracles have become part of their daily lives. This isn't ordinary luck. This isn't the kind of I found a ticket on the street or won a raffle. I'm talking about something much deeper, so precise, so true that it seems like witchcraft, as if there were a secret thread to wealth, love, health, and opportunity. Yet this is neither witchcraft nor black magic, but energy science, quantum physics, wrapped in spiritual ritual. It is the art of becoming a living magnet for what others call coincidence. Do you know what all these people have in common? They're not more lustful than you. They weren't born into privilege. They didn't inherit wealth. But they have something most people ignore or underestimate. They understand the rules of the invisible game that governs this reality. They understand that the universe doesn't respond to those who try harder, but to those who vibrate differently. And this vibration, this same frequency that changes everything, can be activated. Yes, you can activate it. And in doing so, happiness ceases to be an occasional occurrence and becomes a constant, a force at your service, an ally that opens doors that have remained closed to others. And do you know what's most disturbing? It doesn't require blind faith, but only willpower, intelligent dedication, and a sincere open-mindedness. This video isn't a story of self-help, but a revelation. It's a direct transmission of codes previously hidden beneath layers of noise, fear, logic, and distraction. There's something you haven't been told. Forces are activated when you decide to change your position in life, when you stop begging and start commanding, when you understand that you're not here to survive but to create. And that includes your happiness. Imagine a life where the pieces fit together without you having to force them, where the right people arrive at the right time, where a seemingly imperfect outcome turns out to be the perfect transition to something much better. That's the happiness I'm talking about. A happiness that is not random but causal. It depends not on chance, but on your vibration, your focus, your energetic identity. A happiness that, once activated, defies all conventional laws. So much so that those around you will wonder if you've made a pact, if you're keeping a secret. And they will. They will after watching this video to the end. Because what I'm about to show you isn't found in traditional self-help books or viral videos on social media. It's something that initiates silent seekers and modern alchemists have been practicing for centuries, under different names with different rituals, but always with the same intention: hacking reality to achieve impossible results. And today you will gain access to that knowledge. But listen carefully. This book is not for cynical skeptics. It is not for those seeking an easy solution without inner change. It is for the courageous, for souls tired of seeing life pass without magic, for those who feel deep down that there is something more, something that is always there. Whispers in dreams, in silence, in heartbeats. By coincidences that aren't. You're not watching this video by chance. They called you. And I don't mean this poetically. I mean it with clarity. You came here because you were ready to break away from the whirlwind of normalcy, to deactivate the old program that kept you trapped in lack. Let's fight. In mediocrity disguised as logic. Prepare yourself, because you won't learn anything. You will remember who you really are. And when you remember, happiness, true happiness, will begin to gravitate around you like a magnetized satellite. This video contains the keys to activating this outrageous, mysterious, almost unfair, and seemingly illegal happiness. And if you dare to step through that portal with me, there will be no turning back. Your reality will unfold at a speed many won't understand. But you will, because you'll finally understand the game, and you'll play it for your own benefit. And now that you've crossed the invisible line between curiosity and awakening, I'm going to tell you about something few people understand, but everyone experiences: the field of energetic influences. Because there's something that surrounds your body, something you can't see but everyone can feel. It's your field, your aura, your presence. And this presence speaks before you speak. It influences before you act, and it opens or closes doors before you even touch them. It doesn't matter whether you believe in spirituality or not. It's measurable, quantifiable, and documented by cutting-edge physics and neuroscience. Your heart emits an electromagnetic field so powerful that it can affect people several meters away. Think about it. If your field is filled with fear, doubt, lack, or resentment, what are you projecting? What realities are you attracting into your life? On the contrary, if your field is aligned with coherence, calm, gratitude, and inner certainty, the universe responds like a perfect mirror. And here's the most overlooked technique: energetic hygiene. Just as you shower every morning to cleanse your physical body, you must also cleanse your energy field. Because everything you touch, everything you hear, everything you absorb stays with you. Negative people, charged spaces, repetitive thoughts, all of these contaminate your field and alter your frequency. And when your frequency is contaminated, your happiness is blocked. It's as simple as that. How do you cleanse your energy field? With daily rituals, of course, but also through conscious choices. For example, by deliberately remaining silent. Not all emotions deserve to be shared, and not all conversations deserve your energy. Stillness is a way to protect your power. Walking barefoot on dirt, grass, or sand is another example. This connection to the earth, which many call grounding, releases excess emotional electricity built up in your body. And of course, with sound baths, conscious breathing, and visualization exercises that strengthen your field from within. But it goes beyond the individual, because by purifying your field, you change not only your happiness, but also your environment and your impact. The people around you feel more comfortable without you knowing why. Those who are no longer on the same wavelength as you begin to distance themselves. And this is not a loss, but a natural purification. You create a space for your contacts, your projects, and your special moments. And that's not all. Once you have a clear space, you can start planning. This isn't science fiction, but an advanced practice. Every day, you can consciously decide which emotions and vibrations influence your field. You can fill yourself with gratitude before you leave home. You can imagine the light surrounding you as a sacred shield. You can even use symbols, keywords, scents, and colors. All of these elements influence and strengthen your field. You create a personal energy system that supports you, protects you, and most importantly, guides you toward the experiences you desire. And do you know what's most impressive? Your energy field also remembers. In other words, if you've been vibrating with fear, insecurity, or mistrust for weeks, months, or years, that pattern is recorded as a habitual frequency in your energy system. That's why it's difficult at first. Because even though you desire something new, your vibrational field continues to resonate with the old one. This is where the most important work comes in: vibrational retraining, rehearsing new emotions, nurturing new intentions, developing new habits of thought over and over again, until the new becomes second nature. This consistency breeds change. This loyalty to yourself allows the universe to meet you halfway. And when your field of vision is clear, strong and focused, miracles are not just any miracles. These are inevitable reactions. That's why some people find everything fluid, because they are in harmony and pure, because they have prioritized their energy, because they have stopped reacting and started attracting. So the question is, how is your field of consciousness today? What are you allowing? What emotions are hidden there? Who are you sharing it with? Your happiness does not depend on bad luck. It depends on your area of expertise. And now you know. Stay tuned, because in the next part, I'll show you how to activate the most powerful mechanism within you that turns every wish into a self-fulfilling prophecy, a mechanism that operates constantly, but which only a few can consciously control: creative imagination. And here, happiness is not something we wait for, but something we create. I'd now like to take a break and, before continuing this exciting video, introduce you to our book, Your Higher Self, which is now available. You'll find the purchase link and all the additional information in the first comment of the video. This isn't just a book. It's a journey of inner discovery where you'll learn to reprogram your mind. You'll be able to transform your environment and every aspect of your life. You will learn to feel whole like never before. Your higher self, a deeper connection. And now that we've reached this point in the journey, I want you to do something for a while. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and allow yourself to imagine, not as a game or an escape, but as a sacred act. For imagination is the language of the soul. It is where it all begins. Before anything can exist in the physical world, it must first be born in the mind, and then in the heart. People believe that imagination is a meaningless dream, but they don't understand that visionaries, creators, those who seem to have magical luck, are not dreaming. They draw. What if instead of using your imagination to remember what hurts, you used it to rehearse your desires? What if instead of imagining scenarios of fear or failure, you mentally practiced every day as if you were the version of yourself who had already accomplished everything? Easy, of course, with direction. This small change changes everything, because your body no longer clearly distinguishes between what it experiences and what it imagines. When you absorb the energy of success, peace, and love each morning, your body begins to reconfigure itself. Your biology adapts, your intuition sharpens, your energy field is changing. And then, what you previously called happiness becomes the logical reflection of your new inner state. This is the moment when you stop being a mere spectator. This is where you take control. Life stops ignoring you and starts responding to your actions. The signs appear. The righteous appear. Unexpected twists become gifts. Everything falls into place. And now I want you to remember this. Your happiness is not a coincidence. Your happiness is you. You decide to take care of yourself. When you choose what you think, when you follow your intuition, when you clear your field, when you focus your energy, when you stop negotiating with your size, it's not about being luckier. It's about being yourself, who you've always been, before the world told you it's impossible. So if you felt a spark in this video, if something has touched you deeply, if you have thought at one point, this is for me, don't ignore it. Don't miss it. Write it in the comments. I am the source of my happiness. Write it down so your subconscious can process it. Write it down to solidify your commitment. And let others read it. And if you'd like to explore this path further, if you're looking for more tools, more knowledge, and more truth to awaken your power, sign up. Not to inflate the numbers, but to be part of something. For this channel is not just a channel. It is a meeting point for souls ready not only to survive, but to shine. And now I bid you farewell. But that doesn't mean you should ignore everything. I'll leave you with a question that's been on your mind all day, and maybe all week. What if your life so far has been a perfect setup for becoming someone so unlucky that the same thing happens to them? We find ourselves on the other side of the impossible,